Welcome to Small Arms Solutions. We're fortunate enough to have Joe Moe here visiting us, and we're having the opportunity to go through several of his products. And this is a new one here. This is called the Falcata Heavy. It is a 308 match rifle. And, well, I'd rather just let him talk about it since he knows this thing back to front.
Sure. Chris, appreciate you having me here.
Well, it's pleasure's ours.
Okay. So this is the Aklys Defense Falcata Heavy. All of our rifle lines, our AR rifle lines, are called Falcatas. It's a Latin sword that was kind of the main battle use item. So that's where our rifles come from. The H, the heavy, comes with, it's the 308 version.
So it has nothing to do with the Chris Costa way that he shoots.
No. It's the Falcata H is the heaviest, the 308. It's the bigger bore gun. It starts with a little bit different from the norm. It is a DPMS AR-10 platform, but it does use Armalite forgings.
I was just noticing
So it's Armalite forgings, but all of the dimensions and everything set up is DPMS. We did that for a couple reasons. The forgings were a little bit more available, as well as gives us some real estate back here for the QD, a little bit beefier magwell, and I just really like the work of it. A little bit taller pick rail up top. It does require the DPMS, I believe it's called the DPMS M rail, but it's basically the taller rail for the DPMS platform. This particular one is outfitted with the JP Match Cryo Match Barrel and Match Bolt.
Barrels.
This gun, this is the second one that I've built for myself. This one is 007, so I have 001 and 007. I normally keep both of those serial numbers of any of our builds. And this one shoots just as good as the first one. And the first one shot third MOA, so at 600 yards, we're still ringing 4-inch steels consistently. Wow. Man, this thing's shooting well. So we built another one and did the same thing. It's like, well, this is really something.
That's a product. And
I think it's related to the stiffer, higher tolerance forgings, as well as the combination of that JP bolt and barrel. It is an AR platform, so utilizing 308 uses standard DPMS style mags.
That's for 25 type magazines.
Correct, yeah. This particular one is set up with a PRS stock for adjustability.
That's the best stock in the industry for a precision rifle.
I think so as well. It's very adjustable.
I have 3 precision rifles and it's on all of them.
Well, I like the ability to have the longer buffer tube, so you can have a longer stroke buffer, plenty of spring back there to lengthen that impulse, so it's a lot smoother shooting. The trigger in this particular one is a CMC 2-stage. I really like the CMC stuff for 2 reasons. One, it's very crisp and very simple. The other is, once you put it in the gun, it's a one and done thing. There's no adjustability to worry about. You get the trigger you want, and you always have the trigger you want.
That is one trigger I've never used. I've seen these guys a couple times at some various shows. I've been trying to get some product from them. I haven't had a lot of luck. I mostly use Geisleys and Hipperfire.
The CMC triggers...
they're here in Texas, too.
They are. They're great people to work with, and they have such a following that their triggers are going to sell, and their triggers are going to go where they need them. We've got this one upgraded. We've got an extended mag release. This one has a nickel boron bolt. But overall, it's a pretty plain Jane build, other than of course, the Aklys bipod for precision use, the barrel, and the Samson rail.
Full free float?
Yep. We're big fans of the Samson systems. The barrel attaching is very robust. It locks in place, gives a good platform for the bipod as well as the Wilcox Raptor S. Up top, in this particular one, we've got a Vortex optic. Again, real big fan of Vortex. I've been using Vortex optic stuff for a long time, and I'm not real easy on optics. So their lifetime warranty, no questions asked stuff has been a really, really big selling point. But the quality of glass for the money is really where it's at with the Vortex stuff.
I haven't tried those yet. I'm going to have to give those guys a ring and see if I can get a couple T&E units of those to give them a try.
Seamus over there at Vortex is one of the greatest industry guys that I know of.
I have some U.S. optics I've been using. I have some Trijicons that I've been using. But for as far as the longer range precision, I've only used the U.S. optics as of now.
That's all good optics. But the Vortex is just bang for the buck. I think one of the best out there. This particular one is fitted with our Mojo Magnum muzzle brake. And all of our brakes are fitted with our proprietary suppressor thread system for our suppressors. We're a mainline suppressor manufacturer, so that's primarily what we do. And this is our new Aklys user serviceable can, and it pairs very, very well with the Falcata Heavy. So here you have a good user serviceable suppressor for precision use.
Now, when you say user serviceable, doesn't mean you can take it apart.
Absolutely. It's user serviceable, and it's still rated up to 300 Win Mag and full auto rated on 7.5-inch barrels.
Oh, wow.
We test this abusively with a 6.2-inch barrel H&K, which 5.56 is one of the most abusive rounds as far as uncorking, especially at that 7 to 7.5-inch barrel area. So the Aklys suppressor is a user serviceable. That means it is a take-apart can. The Orion, our predecessor to this, this uses a very similar baffle system. So if you're used to the Orion and its outstanding sound performance, we have the same sound performance that crosses over to this, but it gives that user serviceability. The Orion was meant for extreme heavy-duty use on belt-fed 30 caliber machine guns, PKMs, 240s, things of that nature. 99% of the people out there don't need that. No. So we started with a user serviceable design. We're able to get a little bit lighter, as well as we have this modularity of system that provides many, many benefits. First off, we have a tube choice. So the standard configuration is with a stainless tube, and it's about 20 ounces. With the titanium tube, it drops it down to about 18 ounces. It is modular, so being able to take it apart, we don't require any specialized tooling. For the front end cap, we use a 3/8 drive ratchet, which will also take off the end cap as well as the main core.
That's cool. The standard tool.
Everybody has a 3/8 drive ratchet. We try and cross over that with as many suppressors as we can, just normalized. We just want to use normal tools that everybody has. So this is the core, 17.4 stainless. We have a blast baffle in here that is made of Nitronic 60. We found that it has about a 10% higher wear resistance at high temperatures, which is where suppressors are gonna work with. So that abrasion resistance is a little bit tougher, as well as it's about 10% easier to machine and faster to machine. So it allows us to get the suppressor at a better cost to you than if we were using Inconel or some of the other super alloys.
Can that be placed on an ultrasonic cleaner?
Absolutely. It's 17.4, perfectly safe for ultrasonic cleaning. With it being a centerfire rifle, it shouldn't need a whole lot of maintenance. This particular suppressor has several hundred rounds since the last cleaning, and you can see it's still
totally clean.
Pretty clean. You're getting a little bit of carbon stacking at some of these radiuses, but you can pick that stuff off and pop it out. The rest of the can, these are the other two pieces. So we have our tube, and this is a double-threaded interface. The double-threaded interface is key for us to have a robust can and still allow the modularity. With thermal expansion and things like that, the cores are going to move around, so that double-threaded interface keeps everything locked down. This is the registered section, and it is behind the path of the bullet. So if anything catastrophic happens, the registered piece, which you have a significant amount of time and money invested in it, will survive. The tube is stainless. It can be upgraded to a titanium tube, which will drop about 2 ounces off.
That's a major benefit, because you see a lot of people always complaining about suppressors going in and they can't send them back, and they can't be replaced, and they got to go through the whole process of buying them again, then go through the tax stamp or whatever they're going to do again. It would take another 3 to 6 months, and that saves all that.
Yep. We're shooters. Everything we build, we think about what we would want if we were buying this product. And strikes, bad things do happen to suppressors. It's just kind of the nature of the beast. There's several precautions, and just reading the manual and help sheets with them will eliminate the vast majority of those issues. But sometimes you end up with bad ammunition. Sometimes suppressor threads loosen up, brakes loosen up. Sometimes you may have a bad round. So stuff happens, and this allows us to be able to quickly turn around and get the can back to you without losing that significant time and stamp investment.
I've got something that I'm going to want to try with that when we go to the range. I have some 175 grain Sierra hollow point subsonic rounds. Now, I'm not sure if these are going to cycle it or not, but this will be awesome to see how the suppressor works with it.
Absolutely. We shoot a lot of subsonic 308. We keep it around for our Javelin bolt gun. So we do shoot a lot of it. I've shot a lot of subsonics through this particular rifle, but it does basically turn into a bolt action gun. I've owned a lot of rifles, a lot of firearms, and this is one of my favorites. It shoots well. Combination of the barrel, the ergonomics of it, the Aklys bipod, the scope. It really has become one of my favorites. It's got a stout round. Shoot a lot of the 168, 175 grain match ammunition, whether it's the Federal Gold Medal or the Hornadies. It shoots all of that really, really well. So it acts like a laser. I point it where I want it to go, and the bullets go.
Is this a model that you have on your site where people can order?
Yep, the Falcata Heavy is available on aklysdefense.com. The basic rifle starts at $17.85. The barrel is an upgrade, as well as a lot of the little bells and whistles that are on this particular one are all upgrades.
I would imagine for that, you want that barrel anyways, just to teeth it so you get the most out of it.
It's still an MOA gun with our standard 18-inch barrel. With the JP matched bolt and barrel, it's going to be a sub-MOA gun. Routinely, we're seeing well under half MOA.
Well, thank you very much for being with us. And we'll get some more products to review from you. I can't wait. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do, please click like, please subscribe, and even better, share. Thank you.